Welcome back, VST here, Biometrics Tech. Today it's the 27th of August and we're back with this red N. This time it is on the software update. We all know what a red N means in the case of the One UI. But hey, if you're new here and you don't know, every time there is a red N somewhere in your Samsung phone, it means only one thing: there is an update. This time, software update, okay? I've been using the latest August firmware for my Samsung S21 Ultra. What a surprise, guys. Today we get a brand new ROM, the so-called AUHB. It is almost 1 GB, which is actually quite huge. Again, has the same security patch level. What is so interesting about the AUHB ROM is the fact that this is the 16th ROM for the global S21 version, which runs on Exynos, and it comes only 20 days after the first August update. So again, we have a month, the month of August, where we get 2 updates instead of 1. Pay attention, guys, it is almost 1000 megabytes. What's even more funny, when I click here, I'm using the DBT region, I still get the old changelog. This is the current ROM that I run, the AUGM. So, you know, Samsung are so quick pushing the new firmwares, they don't even have time to update the changelog. But guys, see here, overall stability of functions improved. What you'll be able to find in this video is the following. I'm going to run Geekbench to assess the performance of the phone. Of course, I'm also going to run the AnTutTu to see how it behaves with the latest ROM. But what is even more important, I'm going to look out for some new features, new software updates for some of the Samsung stock applications, try to check all the menus, see any of the tiny differences that are not mentioned, and what is even more important, I'm gonna try to use it as a real user will do. I'm gonna see apps opening, apps closing animations, camera opening, camera closing, like the usual type of test that I do for every Samsung firmware update. I already did a lot of videos like this, guys. You can check some of the previous videos here. And in the meantime, guys, if you're new to this channel, you might want to check the other videos. I do a lot of videos on mobile photography. I do a lot of firmware reviews. I have a lot of phones. I'm putting them all into benchmark tests, stability tests, all types of videos, guys. I also do review top Android applications, so just check here, and if you decide that it's worth it, then a sub will be much appreciated. The software update has been almost downloaded, so I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 2 steps that I do always when I upgrade my Samsung phone. I go into the recovery mode and I delete all the cache, and then I'm starting the Galaxy Labs to optimize all my applications. If you don't know how to do this, I got you covered. Check one of the videos here, it's included. So without any further ado, guys, I'm gonna be installing this software and let's start testing. While I'm installing the ROM, I want to share with you some of the information that I saw online. Some sites were claiming that this indeed is bringing the One UI 3.1.1. I don't think that's the case. I think it's still the One UI 3.1, but there are some changes that Samsung are sneaking, so to speak, behind the table, right? So that are not in the changelog. So it's not the One UI 3.1.1, but there are some changes, and I'm gonna be showing you guys those changes so that you know for sure what has been changed. But the main topic, the very much important topic, is heat. Some users claim that with this update, Samsung finally are taking a huge win against the heat dissipation from this device. People are claiming that with this update the device runs cooler, that it doesn't really throttle so much. This is really great news. The S21 Ultra is the third device from the S21 series that I had. I had the S21, the S21 Plus, and now the Ultra, and there were some mixed results in terms of benchmarking and etc. But hey, the S21 Ultra is really the king, and I named this phone the best phone of the year. You can check my video here, and I'm very eager to see all the changes Samsung put in place to, at the end, get better and better performance from our devices. You can see Android system still finishing the system update. My advice here is always wait for this to happen, then power off your phone, enter the recovery mode, delete the cache, then go back inside the operating system and use the Galaxy App Booster from what used to be Galaxy Guardians to optimize all of your applications. Then let the phone cool down and start your testing, or of course your usage. I have cleared the cache, I've optimized my applications. I'm here inside the software information where you can see that we have the AUHB version, and what is about to happen, guys, I'm gonna check some of the main applications to see if there has been any upgrades. Let's start with the camera, and just a hint here, I know what I'm doing this on purpose. Opening the camera, okay. You think there is nothing new, but when we scroll down, guys, and we click here about the camera, you can see that the version is 03.24. The previous version was 03.16. So there are indeed some updates that Samsung made on the camera applications. Now we don't know really what, and I'm going to be testing the camera opening and closing to make sure to check how this performs. So guys, for this test, I take the phone in my hand, I do remove the scene optimizer, alright, and I'm just going to close the camera and try to open and close the camera several times. So opening, closing, opening, closing. Alright, it's not that bad, by the way. I pretty much had worse results on my previous two phones, which is the S21 Plus and the S21 regular one. This one is quite nice. Okay, let's go through the modes. Let's go to video. Alright, let's just close it, open it, close it, open it, close it, open. Honestly, I think it performs quite nice. Let's do some tests on the camera shutter lock button. This is actually the moment when you press the button and the moment when the picture is taken. I want to do this, I want to see how quick the phone is, and then I'm going to do some repeated photos to see how quick the phone can snap pictures. I'm going to need the help of my Ford GT for this test, so here it is. Still the screen optimizer is off, so let me just snap one picture, okay, like this. Alright, okay. Quite nice. You can see here how the pictures preview changes. Let's now try to do multiple pictures. Okay. Honestly, guys, this is a bit slower compared to what I've seen on the S21 Plus, and maybe because of the sensor, right? It has, of course, a bigger sensor. Now, you know, these bad boys, you know, they're so big, not only the lenses, but also the sensor behind, and this could be the reason. Okay, so I'm not impressed with the speed of the shutter lock, right? But, okay, it still does the job. Let's try to do some more openings, closing of the camera, opening the camera, closing of the camera. Okay, open, close, open, close. Okay, now yeah, we can see some luck, right? It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but guys, this is my third Samsung S21 phone in a row, right? So I just think this is as much as they can do, okay? It's not so bad, but it's still far from the ideal perspective. Let me just show you guys, I have some applications open now. Let me just try to close those applications. Let's try to do this one more time, okay? Maybe a bit better now. When I've closed all the applications, maybe a bit better. I left the phone to cool down a bit, so I'm now going to re-enter, and we're going to be starting the testing. First Geekbench, then AnTutTu, but I want to share some important information with you. Remember how I told you that some sites refer to this as being the One UI 3.1.1? Well, it's not. But there is something important, and the biggest change from the AUHB to the AUGM, and I'm going to show you straight away what this change is. Probably something you'll never think of. Let me just show you guys. Enter the settings, go down into battery and device care, right? All looks pretty much the same. Go to battery, scroll down a bit, go here to more battery settings, and what do we have there? Can you already see, guys, the change? Alright, I'm just gonna leave you 3 seconds to process this information, and it's somewhere here. Okay, I'm not gonna tease you anymore. See here, processing speed. Remember that at some point in the One UI 3.1 we got just enhanced processing that eventually impacted everything but not gaming. Now when you click inside, we are back to the old optimized, best for most situations, balances speed with battery and cooling efficiency. High. Get faster data processing, helpful if some apps are running slowly, uses more battery and may cause heating. And then maximum, the best for short-term use with processing intense applications, uses battery rapidly and tends to cause heating. And again, of course, we have this note that this doesn't apply to games and etc. And you can change and tweak the game performance from the game launcher. There is the game turbo. I made videos about this. I'm inside Good Guardians. I'm gonna go straight to Thermal Guardian, and I'm going to up my thermal threshold to 1 Celsius more, which means that the phone should be able to take more heat and hopefully produce better performance. Alright, it's time now for the Geekbench test, and I've put the phone into the fridge to cool it down to what I say 29-30 degrees, which should be quite optimal. Alright, so I'm gonna press here the Geekbench. Okay, I'm gonna start the test, and guys, this here is what we're looking to beat. 512 was one of the previous results on my S20 Plus, 919 was the top result, and 3058. So I'm going to leave it like this, okay? And let's be here after I speed up the video to check the final result on my S21 Ultra running the latest 2nd August firmware. It's time to check the results. Whoa, 10773417. That's really a great result compared to the 919 and 3058 on my previous phones. Let's just go and explore. 1077 is my score, and the average for the S21 Ultra 5G is 961, so I'm kind of above the average, which is very nice. The multi-core is really whooping, 3417 compared to 3176, but please bear in mind that I have put the phone in the fridge a bit to cool it down, so it was really operating at about like 29-30 degrees Celsius. I decided to give AnTutTu an equal chance, so I put it in the fridge for some minutes. Now you can see the battery temperature is around 32 degrees and the CPU temp is 32, which I think really is great. So I'm gonna hit the test now button and let's see how much the Galaxy S21 Ultra is gonna score on AnTutTu using the 2nd August firmware. Woo! 730,000 guys, 730, that's really quite a lot. And just check here, this is one of the results I was previously getting on my S21 Plus. It was 663. I don't think I ever had it score more than 700 using the Exynos 2100, but hey, now in the Ultra that's a fact, so that's a very nice score. Here we have some interesting details. The temperature during the test went from 32 to 40, 41, 42, which is actually quite nice, only 8 degrees up. But then, what is very important, the temperature quite stable, so no huge drops, which explains that no big throttling was observed. Alright, I'm very happy. Defeated 82% of the users, so yeah, I mean, very good work, my S21 Ultra. Alright guys, let's check some versions. I want to go here into settings and about home screen. It is the 12.1.0733, which I think was also the version before. Let's also check the Samsung Internet Browser. Last time when I did the video I told you that they released a new version, but I really didn't have the new version. It was, I think, the version 15, which was beta and now out of beta. I still have the 14.2.3.14, okay, so if you want to test out, there is a newer version, right? Let's check the biometrics. 5103, same as before. 21026 for the face recognition. Let's do a stability check right now. I'm going to be opening some application just to try to see opening and closing animation. Okay, it's not bad at all. Okay, let's open Spotify. Okay, let's open the game launcher. Okay, let's go very quickly here to the Google feed. Quite okay. I've opened a few more applications. Okay, you can check the list here. Just want to see how the phone will behave. Okay, recent menu. Okay, quite nice, by the way, no significant lags. As you can see here, all battery smooth when I enter, out and in. Let's also open the camera one more time, right? Switching from the cameras. Okay, see, quite nice, quite quick. Overall, I would say Samsung, oh, now there was a lag. You saw that one, okay? Opening, closing, and now when you go to the recent menu, there is a micro stutter, but overall result with this ROM is really fantastic. And guys, if you do own an S21 device, go hurry and try to check for this ROM. Right now it is only available for a few countries like Germany and Netherlands, and hopefully it's gonna be available soon for more and more countries. I put a lot of efforts into creating these videos, so if that's your thing guys, I will really appreciate the subscribe and like. Please, you and your family stay safe until we meet in one of my next videos. With that said, VST over and bye.